Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in last video, like we discussed about the Autosar. Okay, in Autosar, like how many drivers there, like how the data will move from lower layer to upper layer. Okay, so can driver, can if, PDR, then application to RTE. Okay, so today we will see one by one models. Okay, it have two container. Okay, it's contain two container. First is can controller. Second one is hardware object. Okay, so in can controller, so today we will see can controller. So what the parameter will come under the can controller. Okay, so coming to the parameters, like how we will configure, like which tool we have to use for configure. Okay, so like there is EV traces tool is there, electrobit. So there we are going to configure, okay, all parameters. So all some module have some parameter, okay, right? Each module have some parameter which have to configure in Autosar series. Okay, so in this we have to configure can controller. Okay, and one more things, like when you are going working on the project, in from the first project in the starting project, then you have to do can controller configuration also. Suppose you are went for the middle of that project, so no need to configure can controller. Okay, because can controller is one type, only one type configuration parameter. Okay, just we have to check all parameter is correct or not, configure or not, just we have to check. Okay, but coming to the hardware object, we have to configure hardware object when you are configuring some message. Okay, that time. Okay, so in can controller, what are the parameter will come? So let's see. So tx processing, okay, rx processing, wake up processing, and wake up processing, and we have to give some reference also. So one more parameter is there, yeah. So wake up processing, we have to give a RAM size, RAM disk address, and physical value, okay, then raw value or data. Okay, and we have to give some reference like CPU reference. Okay, CPU reference, and wake up reference. Next, baud rate reference. Okay, so three things reference we have to give, and this parameter we have to configure. Okay, so I will explain one by one. So keep in mind, this is the parameter we have to configure. Okay, with the respect of can driver. If you are working on the scratch on the project, then you have to configure. If you suppose you went to in middle of the project, no need to configure. Just you have to see, yeah, all parameters are configured or not. Okay, so and apart from this, like in can hardware object, you have to configure each and everything. Okay, so we will later see hardware object. First we have to see can controller. Okay, so can controller, what is tx processing? Okay, so tx transmit and rx receiver side. Okay, so tx, when any it basically it will monitor the interrupt. Any interrupt will happen, interrupt occur. Okay, so any interrupt occur in the transmitter, that is monitoring in tx side. Okay, similar to rx side, it's also monitoring the interrupt. Okay, interrupt occurs. Okay, so basically both are monitoring the interrupt occurs when it's happening in the TX side or RX side. That is monitoring. Okay. Now coming to the wake up processing. Okay. So in wake up processing, like when the our ECU, okay, when the our ECU or server, okay, we can say that, okay, in sleep mode or ideal mode, okay, that time some like some message will come or ignition on off, any interrupt will happen, any source will come. That time it will change from the idle to renewable mode. Renewable mode, okay. Okay, so wake up processing means when any our ECU or server is in sleep mode. So basically it is also the monitoring. It's monitoring our ECU or server is whether it is sleep mode or ideal mode. Okay, so then it will send some message or ignition on and off. Okay, any interrupt will happen. That time it will be changed from ideal to renewable mode. That is the wake up processing. Okay, one more parameter is there here. Like once again. Yeah. That parameter is one second. Bus of processing. Okay, bus of processing. Okay. So in bus of processing, what it will do when the transmit error counter. Okay. So TEC transmit error counter. Okay. Basically, it is also monitoring the transmit error counter when it will be reached to 255. Okay, or more than Okay. So when transmit error counter is reached than 255 or more than 255, then it will call the watchdog. Okay, watchdog. It will be called to initialize the CAN controller. Okay, or reset. Okay. So when the transmit basically it's also monitor the transmit error counter when it is reached to the 255 or more than 255, that watchdog will call to initialize the CAN controller or reset the CAN controller. Okay, so that is known as the bus of processing. Okay, so I hope till now it's clear. Next, coming to the some sizes there, right, for RAM, that will be take, and then we have to configure RAM sizes, RAM base address. Okay, then we have to give some physical value, raw data. Okay, that things we have to configure. Now coming to the reference, these three things reference we have to give. First is the CPU reference. Okay, in CPU reference we have to some module is there, we have to give the reference from the CPU and wake up reference also and baud rate. Okay, in baud rate, like we have to configure two things, baud rate and bit timing parameter. Okay, parameter. So these two things we have to configure in baud rate reference we are giving. So in baud rate coming to the in bit timing parameter, like in bit timing parameter we have to configure some parameters also. Okay, so here is the synchronization jump feed. Okay, next. So why I am writing this means we have to keep remember, easily we can remember, okay, which controller, what the parameter or input we have to configure. Okay, inside that what we have to configure. So in bit timing parameter we have to configure, it will come like synchronization jump feed, propagation segment. Okay, segment. Okay, next become sampling. Okay, or SP1 or SP2. Sampling 1, sampling 2. Okay, so this three it will come in under the bit timing parameter. Okay, so in synchronization jump feed, what it means it will change the voltage from high to low and low to high. Okay, that is the purpose of synchronization jump feed. It will be changed change the voltage from the high to low and low to high. That is the purpose of synchronization jump fit. Okay. Next, propagation delay. For this, basically it is used for the delay. Any is the propagation delay. It is used to delay in propagation. Okay. Propagation. Okay. So that is the purpose of propagation segment. It will be delay in propagation delay. Sampling. Okay. So in sampling, like there is PS1 and PS2. Okay. Basically, it will be pointing the both, pointing sampling 1 and sampling 2, and it will be, and it should be greater than 50. Okay. And it is also calculating bit timing. Okay. So that is what the sampling. Okay. Sampling is basically it is pointing PS1 and PS2, and it's greater than 50, and it's also calculating the bit timing parameters. Okay. So this is the what in CAN driver there is two container, CAN controller and hardware object. Okay. And CAN controller is basically dedicated to the mailbox. Okay. And in CAN controller, these are the parameter where we have to configure. Like some tool is there to configure AB traces. Okay. DaVinci. Okay. So basically, it's depend upon the company, which all our company or vector are using different AB traces and DaVinci configurator. Okay. So this is the CAN controller parameter: TX processing, RS processing, wake up processing, RAM size, RAM base address, physical and data, and we have to give reference like CPU reference, wake up reference, and baud rate reference. In baud rate we have to configure baud rate and bit timing parameter. In bit timing parameter, like we have to configure synchronization jump fit, propagation segment. Okay, sampling. Okay, so this thing undercome. This all parameter undercome within CAN controller. Okay. So I hope you got something like which parameter will come under which container. Okay, in CAN controller, like all things parameter will come. Okay. So in this video up to here only. In next video we will see CAN controller. Okay, what all the parameter will come under the hardware object. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. Okay.